I'm always excited when I see B&H on a package. That means this is going to be something good. All right, let's see what's in here. I'm just going to cut this open with my trusty DeWalt pocket knife. Let's rip this open, get rid of the packing slip and all these padded plastic things, because there's one tiny thing inside this big box. It is the Logitech Litra Glow, or Litra, I'm not sure. All right, get the box out of here. Let's figure out how to open this package. There are two plastic stickers, one on each side. That knife sure comes in handy. Okay. Should be able to just slide this out, but it has a very tight fit. And there it is. My daughter is doing the camera work here, so forgive that shifty shift back and forth. The top of the light here turns and tilts forward and backward. There's a monitor clip here, so you can point the light wherever you want. And the stand, or the monitor clip, screws off, leaving a 1/4 20 female thread. So it's a standard thread to mount to a tripod or a light stand. And underneath this sticker are some controls. I'm going to go plug it in and see if it works. Okay, I have the Litra Glow by Logitech plugged into my computer, and I have pulled up the software here that can control it. So I can control it here by clicking on. Now again, it's off. What's lighting me right now is my Godox LED light panel at a very low power, I think 10%. That's the little bit of light that you see here. Otherwise, it would be completely dark in this room, except for the light coming off the screen. So I'm going to click on for the Litra Glow. But first, let's take it down to low power, and we'll start with that. Okay, you can detect a slight change in the light. Now I can raise this by little percentages, so there's 6%. You've noticed some more light, and it should be coming from right over the webcam there. I'm going to take that up to 11%. It's hard to get it exactly. 20. Okay, you're starting to make out more features here. 30. There was definitely a change. And 39. Trying to go in increments of 10, by the way. Can I shrink this box down just a little bit? Okay. And should be able to see quite a bit of me, but you can tell that it's still dark. But we're under 50% power. So there's 47%. Okay, 50 exactly. And that's actually pretty good light compared to a lot of webcams that I see. So we're going to go up to about 60 and 77. I was trying for 75, but again, have to be very careful on this very tiny slider. That's actually pretty decent right there, other than it's not reaching the background. The light that I normally use lights that up pretty well. So I'm going to take this up to 87% and all the way up to 100. That's actually pretty good light. I think it's fairly well color balanced. This is a gray shirt that I'm wearing here, and my chair is gray. These are a muted light green color. Looking into the screen, it looks fairly close. One difference is this paper up here on the wall. That's actually a brighter purple. It looks almost gray here on this video that I'm looking at. But the color balance is pretty close. This is pretty close to the color of my eyes. I think they're a little more blue than this, so there's a little faded. But I can also control the color temperature, so I'm going to slide this over to the cool side all the way. 6500. There's definitely a bluer cast to that. We bring it up a little bit into the more of the daytime range. 56 to 5200 is usually considered daylight, right in that range. I think on my DSLR camera, I set it at around 5200 or 5400. I can't remember. Okay, but 5400 is about right there. That's looking pretty natural as well. Although each screen that's viewing this video is going to have a slightly different color cast, so that could throw it all off too. Now, when we get into the 4000s and lower, there's going to be more and more reddish orange tint here. I'm looking more and more sunburned now. And now we get down to 3300, and 2700 is pretty orangey red here. But at no point was it perfect. But part of that is my webcam. Part of that is that I'm using a very low-end, cheap $30 webcam. So I'm going to take this back to about 5400, which I think was the most accurate. And then I'm going to turn on the light that I have been using, which is that, and I'm going to turn off the Litra glow. Okay, now this is how I have been lighting my videos, with a garage light over here pointed away from me into a reflective umbrella, which is why you see much more light here on the walls. This is also a lot more comfortable for me to stare toward the camera, because with the Litra glow, it's right there powering. Now, one thing I could do is move it over to the side a little bit. So I'm going to take it off the monitor and hold it in my hand at about that distance, because that's about arm's length for me. Okay, so let's turn off this garage light. Okay, and now we're back to just my Godox, which, by the way, can go brighter. Let's do that first. Okay, I think that's close to 100% over there, but as you can see, that's very bright, and it's catching some of the dust molecules here on the webcam. But I usually keep that at 10%, just because I just need it to, so this side of my face won't be shadowed. So I'm going to turn that back down again. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now I'm going to take this off my computer. And I'm going to hold it at about arm's length when I turn it back on. Okay, now I can raise it up. Move it out more and more to my left here. Up to the left. Where would be the best spot for that? There's not really a great spot. And also, again, it's because it's only about 2.5 feet from me, but it's 5 feet from the curtains. There's the inverse square rule, or whatever it's called, so that the light isn't just half power back there. It's actually quarter power or something like that. So the light is just going to hit me. And even if I get that light perfect for my face, it's going to be dark in the back. So I think this would be best used as an accent light or something like that. It is very bright though, because again, that's at arm's length. And even if I dial it down to, let's say, about 80%, and it's still at arm's length, I'm holding it up with my left arm as far as I can stretch out. So about 2.5 feet, 3 feet if I put my head back. And I think it's doing pretty good. We might want to warm it up just a little bit, maybe 5,200. Oh wow, there is dust all over my webcam that I could only see when I shone the light directly on it. Okay, well, I'm pretty impressed with this little light and this custom control here. There are also buttons on the back of it. I'm going to set this back on my monitor now. There are also buttons on the back of it, power button, and a brightness control, and a color temperature control. So I don't think you actually need the Logitech software for it. But I don't know. I also don't know if it's going to remember this exact setting if I close this software, turn off the light, turn off my computer, and turn the computer back on, or uninstall this software. I haven't tried that yet. But I'm going to go ahead and click next here. I didn't even go through this little thing. It says, next, we've selected a camera for you, but I don't, that's to show a camera there on their screen. I'm looking at OBS, so I don't need to look at their camera. Let's say next. Adjust color temperature. I figured that out on my own. Explore one-click presets or create your own. Okay, I didn't do that. Bright color blue, cozy daylight. Okay, I think those are just going to change the manual settings, which is what I was already doing. So, and you can assign these presets to G keys for a one-click experience. I don't want to have any more custom key sets here. But anyway, I might try a stream or not a stream, but a video with this light just to see what it is. But again, for the price, which it just price dropped, otherwise I wouldn't have bought it. This was $50. It used to be $60, but it came down $5 a couple of weeks ago or a month ago. And it came down $5 again at B&H online. So I ordered it, got here in 2 days, free shipping, and pretty impressed. I haven't tried it yet, but it's supposed to be able to plug into not the computer, like just a USB charger, and it should still work off of that, assuming there's enough power going through it. And then you would just adjust it with the buttons on the back. I haven't tried that yet, but I think that's probably how I'm going to end up using it when I do use it, because I'm probably going to use it for like macro photos or something like that, where I just need a light pretty close to my subject. So I'm just going to set it on a little stand and plug it in manually that way, rather than plugging it into my computer, because I'm pretty happy with the light situation that I already have here. So I'm going to turn that back off, turn on the garage light. Now, the thing I don't like about this is that I can't control the color temperature. So I always feel that I look a little too green with this light, and I'm not sure what to do about that. That was one thing that was definitely better about the Litra Glow, but as you saw, it's too small and too close to provide a big lighting experience. And because I have that garage light pointed at the umbrella away from me, and the umbrella is reflecting it back into the room, it's a much more even and distributed light setup. I suppose I could put that on a stand behind me, back over here someplace, and it could, be hitting me from the top and provide a little bit of key light. In fact, you know what? I'm going to pause this and we'll try that. Okay, it's actually right back up there, pointing down on the back of my head, but I honestly can't tell any difference. Maybe it's too far away. I'll try to move it a little closer. Bring it down. Well, now it's right there, hitting me about right here, this way. So it doesn't seem to be making that much difference, although now you can see the shadow of me over here moving as I move. So it's definitely there and creating some side light on the side of my face. See if I can turn it off from here. Okay, well, okay, you can see that there's definitely a difference. Okay, yeah, so that is adding some light there. I could probably move it a little bit more behind me. Something like that. I don't know. That's creating a little bit of a glow on the side of my face. Let's turn off the garage light. Okay, now you can definitely see that it's behind me, adding this light on this side, which is interesting. One problem with it is that the USB cord that came with it is about 5 or 6 feet long. It's no longer than 6 feet, but I think it's actually about 5 feet. So I had to put an extension cord there to plug in the USB thing. But it does work. I was able to change the brightness and color temperature on the back of it. In fact, I think I can reach it and change the color temperature right here. Oh yeah, you can see it got a lot more red and then a lot more blue. It looks like there's only about five choices there. Down is blue. Okay, and whoops, my hand's in the way now. But that is as bright as it gets, and it's still about the same distance away that it was over there. It's just that it's behind me now, and it is at full brightness. So anyway, it can't be your main light for lighting these videos, I don't think, unless you don't have anything else. But it can definitely work as a side light, adding some shape or dimension to the shot. Okay, I think I have the light thing worked out. I have the new one over here, the Logitech Litra Glow, which I wanted as just an accent light, just to keep this side of my face from being shadowed. And I can reach over and turn it down just a little bit, so it doesn't have to be that bright over here. And then I have the Godox up there as my main light, and I can turn that. It's actually at pretty low power, but because it's larger, it's better for the main light. And then the Godox is better for the key light. So I think it's going to work out perfectly. Plugs into the computer, but can also be powered by a USB port. So anyway, now I don't have to have a big light stand over here with the garage light and the umbrella, because I just have these two lights. So anyway, I think I got that solved. Both of these lights are pretty impressive. One's really, the Logitech one is really small but powerful, and the Godox is a little bit more powerful and also much larger, probably about 8 to 10 times the surface area that's lit. So anyway, thank you for watching.